right, so this is kind of interesting. So one thing I've been doing recently is I want I want shit to be valid on I want shit to be valid on the daily and the 5 hour. Meaning, by valid, just like I want them to kind of be in sync. So one thing I had noticed is new. Um, One thing I had noticed with this, granted, yeah, this still is technically holding its move on the MA and very well could just turn around and do that. But I will say, just based off of kind of like the candle structure and the fact that this move right here, because this was that original MMB one from the daily. I know I kind of got these labeled messy, but if we are just looking at this as this being the move of the accumulation block, and then this as the MMB one, this move should have taken off and really should not have even kind of came down this far, unless of course it's trying to reverse. So I'm kind of I just had that as a mental note in my head for the daily, and then upon looking at the 5 hour for this, I'm gonna just flip my chart because I'm like I said, I'm always used to seeing buys. So this is that same accumulation block that just got validated. Price is currently in the MMB one in here, so this is actually what I had labeled. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back there. And so now with this in mind, I kind of have my direction, my bearish direction, directional bias. So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, I'm just kind of waiting for this to get back to the MAs. Damn, I lost my 20. All right, bet. Um, so what was I saying? So yeah, I'm basically just waiting for this to at least touch the five. Really, I at least wanted to touch the five. So I know that if I am going to the my context time frame right here with that in mind, it should look something like this, which is in line with what I'm expecting. Honestly, I think this leg right here, I'm too late. This is late stage two at this point. Already had the first momentum block, created a second one. Now it's getting choppy. Granted, this could still hold very well and take off some more. So I think if I wanted to get in here, this just looks really choppy. So honestly, I still probably ignore this and like I said, let it kind of do what it just let it do what it wants. I'm happy to be patient here. All right, so Bitcoin today. Oh shit. Oh yeah, this looks beautiful. This shit's still to the moon, of course. Of course, of course, of course. So it looks like yeah, this is my. All right, so yeah, this is still good. Get these out the way real quick. So look, this is look great for the last I don't know a long fucking time. So of course caught itself on these MAs. I wasn't a big fan of this candle, but I do like what Bitcoin's done in the meantime. So I'm gonna say that. I'll mention that. Okay. So with that in mind, I like this. This ain't too bad. Especially kind of where it's at now. I like how he kind of did that little sweep thing, came up, and still is really holding his move pretty well within this block. Um, I'm still happy to call this an MMB one, to be honest. I know that got down kind of low, but it never closed. Next candle closed above, and it's actually looks to be making a move right now. Besides this being my super high time frame, I'm not. This doesn't have like these are probably the only candles. I'm only gonna get two more candles for the day of my trading, so it's not like this is like a make or break time frame for me. I just needed to be looking good, just looking good. All right, now I go to my 30, let 30 for 30. I'm assuming that this probably look alright. I hate this candle. This is fucking disgusting. But yeah, it looked like this was our stage. Fuck, this was our stage one underneath. Um, got validated, made an MMB one. This looks horrific though. So just honestly, just because of this candle, I'm not probably gonna do anything. This must have just happened. Yeah. Fuck. No bueno. So yeah, I mean, technically this is MMB2, but I'll still mark it up because it still could hold. At this point though, just kind of given how it looks right now, I kind of expect it to do here and then kind of take off from there. But we shall see. We shall see. Um, in the meantime, though, it still look good for bullishness. I can't tell you that this distribution is for it to, actually go down or if it's just a reaccumulation. So just to sweep and then build up. I'd probably be more keen to wait for that, especially, yeah, I mean, the daily still doesn't look horrible. It's still within these MAs. In a sense, could look like Bitcoin or what was that, NASDAQ maybe? Not gold. How, hold on, this is 30. In terms of how, what I think, like it was the daily. So this is kind of same thing, cool. It's still technically holding its move, but at the same time, I'm just kind of looking at this within context. I feel like this is in the same idea, exact same, really. It's just a little bit earlier. So, if this could continue to drop, I'll also, yeah, see, this, I'll feel better about this if this can actually make a MMB1. So basically just come down back to one of these MAs, hold itself, and then make a new high. I'd be happy to at least consider flipping my bias. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm still sidelined on this. See, that got back. Okay. See, I already like this now. What I like about it is got back to the 20. I'm gonna see what's up. Cause I know I kind of wanted to wait for this leg, but if this doesn't look horrible, I was patient enough for it to at least get back to the 20 on my 30 minutes. So let's see how this could play out. I don't really like this as an MMB1 just yet. I think I'd rather see it close and then actually make a real one. So I guess we'll just wait.
Order rejected. Stop filled. Order rejected. Order rejected. Stop filled. Stop filled. Stop filled.
Thing I need to fucking get through my mind, and this is probably my biggest piece of my shit right now. Look, is this whole concept right here. So boom. My thing is this leg right here. In my opinion, this shit is done. This shit is done. This shit could go higher, but literally just like the note I wrote down here, man. This thing, if this thing was gonna be valid, it wasn't valid because it made it all the way up here. It was valid because it was sitting, within this MMB. I could kind of call this an MMB1, but regardless, this either needs to be ignored altogether because the entries came from in here. So like at this point, look, I already took, or I was trying to get involved in this, and I just realized how choppy it was. So, I ended up canceling my order. And even now, like I get it, this could be a time to be exciting. It had touched my 10 MA. This really could take off. But I'll be so serious. I think that's the worst thing that could happen for me right now. Because then in my mind, it's like, okay, bet. Now I want to start chasing these. And it's just like, more often than not, this isn't going to make a move like this that really want to just go stupid. Like it could and it will sometimes. But I need to be patient and just be patient. This is it. Just let it wait. Or just wait and let price get back to these MAs down here on the 30-minute. This whole leg from like right here, that's what I'm saying. This shit is finished. I don't need to try to get involved to hope that this is gonna keep going. No, like it's probably gonna keep going, but just don't jump the gun. There's nothing right now telling me that this shit wanna keep going right now. So like, and I mean that to say like, okay, boom. The only way I should be taking advantage of this move is if I was already had entries in here. So I might have managed, took 50% partials or something, and just letting the rest run. That's really the only way I need to let these work for me, because I don't want to take entries from in here. I keep losing. I'm just gonna keep losing over and over and over again, bro. And I need to get this through my head.
Stop filled.
Oh shit.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together.
Stop field. Stop field. Stop film.
Feel the bass running in my blood, 'cause rhythm is an act of God.
Order filled.
pieces to my system or my management that I've been kind of messing with over the last probably couple months. It's just taking a partial. Usually I do it at 2R, sometimes a little bit higher, especially if I got a low tick count, just to be able to cover like fees, any slippage or anything. So it's usually about 1.5. It'd really be like 3R or one. Basically, okay, so like 3R because my stop loss 15, so 3R would be 45. But since I'm only closing half, you gotta think it's really like 20. If that makes sense. So that's how I got my thing, and then I'm really waiting for this. This is what I'm waiting for. I mean, I would of course prefer it not to come back and stop me out at break even. If it does, it's fine. But I'm really just trying to let the rest run and just kind of manage with the bursts so I could get a lot out of this move if it wants to go. I already made my money for the specific trade, so I'm perfectly fine with it doing that. I have this alert set right here at 4R, so basically after that, my goal would be kind of, when I say bursts, it's like candles like these, like, you feel me, kind of chunky like this right here. If I could get a couple of them up here, then I'll just start managing that way. If this thing doesn't want to stop me out, it very well could, and that's fine too. I'll probably be done for the day if that's the case. But I mean, smooth sailing. I took a couple dookie trades earlier, man. Just one really that I'm not feeling so hot about. I think it was this. What time was that? 10:18 this morning. I took it off the 5 minute. What was this? So at entry, or I'm sorry, at open, I put these lines here because they was like would have been for my micro entries on, I believe, the 30 minute, maybe 5 minute. So if that's the case, it would have been like 15. No, okay, my bad. These would have been my 30-minute entries off the 1 minute E micro. So basically, kind of how I just did off the 1 second is the same thing I was looking for off these. I just missed both of these. I was making breakfast. I wasn't really. And on top of that, like I said, I don't like trading the open. The open is at 9:30 for New York, so I was able to just kind of let these go without me. This ended up kind of falling back down, and I tried to take this off of this was a 5 minute entry, so it was looking like which I mean it was okay. I guess I probably could have waited on this. What we looking at? So it would have been something like this. This would have been my first block. Second block would have just been this FFNB. Is easier for me to see on the 15-second though. 15-second. So this was, oh wait, this was on, I took it on micro too this morning. So yeah, this trade right here. I mean, not horrible, but I could definitely get better with these too. Just coming on the chart, I'll be thirsty, man. I'll be thirsty to try to get it in, get it active, and sometimes it's not for the right reasons. Where were we at? Where'd I take? Yeah, I took it right here. So kind of same thing. I mean, the 15-second is gonna look good most of the time in general. So I don't kind of base my trades off of whatever the 15 seconds doing, but literally this is the same thing that I just showed with my 1 second entry. This is all I want. It's just this could have been an entry too. It's like a pullback to the 10, 20, maybe behind, maybe even touches the 50 a little bit, and basically just giving me a little cut for opportunity, and then I would just sell stop this. So that's what I did here. Typically, if I'm right, it should at least, you feel me, come in a little bit, go down some most, like giving me a little pullback and then taking off so that I can move to break even. As you can see, I moved to break even pretty fast. This trade right here didn't give me that opportunity. It actually ended up stopping me out, which is fucking tragic because right after that it fell down. But I don't play the game of what ifs. I trade. I just trade. So I didn't want to be done earlier too. I think that's only one loss today. Yeah, I only took one loss today. So my limit is typically 2 losses, man. Sometimes I just take some dumb ass trades and I'm like, you know what, one more loss won't hurt. But yeah, today, I mean, this last one was gonna be my last trade. But that was my trade so far today. Yeah, so this was the 5 minute. I was off the 5 minute. These last few was off the 30-second. You saw me enter on both of these off the 1 second, which when I say 30-second, it's really kind of like a 1 second E micro. So kind of same situation as to how I'm playing that 1 minute off the 30. Where are we at though? The Benitez was at 11:02, I believe. Damn. Oh, I'm on GC. Here we go. Now we could get back here again. So yeah, so these was kind of the same thing, literally the exact same thing. I treat the time frames essentially the same, especially when I'm using the higher time frame as my kind of like decision maker or whatever. So I taken my first entry within here, just sell stop this. It was playing around, and usually if that's the case, because I wanted to kind of take off immediately as exactly how it did right here. But when it wants to play around and it'll like pull down, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I drop this. But it comes down a little bit, and then when it starts to pull back up and price is actually above entry or above my entry point, which yeah would have been right here. So yeah, okay, boom. So price right here, I'm like, all right, price kind of playing around above entry. I must just set my take profit at break even and then look to get a second entry, just so you know, if this, just in case, because sometimes it won't even activate this. It'll close me out and then take off, so I could just get up out of there with no money lost. This one kind of worked out perfectly. You know, I got my stop loss, was still able to set my new one, move to break even as literally as soon as this pullback is what I'm looking for. So this pullback takes out this low. I move my shit right to break even, and then I have like I said, I have my first TP at down here somewhere, and then right now, like I said, I'm just letting it manage. I'm just kind of letting it do what it want to do. Got an alert set right here, so I really don't even need to be on here. Really, this is usually when I hop on the game at this point, and just like I said, just manage from here. If this shit want to go, it could go. I'm already in, so you know this shit could do whatever the fuck it really want to do. But that's it. That I figured out, at least explain kind of what's going on, how I'm playing it. So I'm gonna give you all an update as soon as whatever happens with this happens.